Medicine Man once again. This morning, I wanted to have a conversation with with my followers and people that follow my channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel because moving forward, we will be talking about a lot of interesting topics. One of the interesting topics that we will discuss is the topic of invocations. Invocations to your inner spirit. I did a lot of contemplation on the subject of invoking the powers of your inner spirit. And throughout experimentation, throughout analyzing what I know about my own personal inner spirit and what I know from working with others and invoking their inner spirit, I've learned that invocations start from memories. It starts with memories. What you remember about something, what you remember about a particular characteristics or quality that you have is where the actual invocation is stored. The invocation to your inner spirit is stored within your own personalized memory of experiences. Okay? So when you say you want to invoke your inner spirit, you want to invoke your higher intelligence. Okay? When you seek to invoke your higher intelligence, what necessarily are you doing? What necessarily are you doing? What's the purpose of raising your higher intelligence? What's the purpose of it? Well, the purpose of raising your higher intelligence is for you to place yourself, your spirit, yourself, your family in a position to elevate, to transcend your current circumstances and situations. So when we invoke, first we remember, what are the qualities about yourself that were great in life that you remember? You were kind, you were giving, you were attentive to others' needs, things like that. All of the great characteristics about yourself, you remember them. So when you go to invoke your inner spirit, the first thing you do is remember. Remember. So you go into a state of meditation, you go into a state of trance through remembering all of the good qualities, all of the good characteristics. And you take those good characteristics and those good qualities and you envision yourself in today's situations, in today's environments, in today's perception, and you bring forth, because invoke, remember, invoke means to call forth. So when you call forth something from your spirit, where exactly is you calling it from? You're calling it from your memories. So if you're calling forth your inner power, you have to remember. You have to bring the memory back of when you were the most powerful in your life. If you're calling forth love for a relationship, you have to call forth the times that you loved from your memory, because that's where it's all stored. It's stored here in your memory, in your spirit. So when you call forth these things, you are invoking. So if you want to change your life, if you feel like you're living more in the negative aspect of yourself, you would really should consider the memories of all the good parts of yourself. Go through transcendental meditations, meditate, contemplate, daydream about the times that you were loved, the time that you expressed love, the times you were patient, the times you expressed patience. And you draw that, you call forth that energy to apply it to your current situations. Okay? That's invocations. You're invoking it. Okay? The interesting thing about invocations is that invocations, etymology. In etymology, invocations, which we do when we invoke spirit power, spirit force, and provoke and provocation. They have the similar origins. When you research the word provoke, what provoke is saying is that you are provoking a thing. In mystical science, when we conjure, or those that conjure spirits, they provoke the spirits either through gifts or through force. Provoke. When you understand the root word of provoke, the roots of provoke, provoke means to call forth. So when you are being provoked, what the provokers are doing is calling forth a particular aspect of you. Okay? That's the other side of invocation. Because invoke is the type of work that you do to bring forth characteristics and elements and parts of you from your memory out into your present life to help and assist in the transformational states that you're going through. So this is useful energy. Useful energy. We're invoking our passion. We're invoking our determination. We're invoking love. We're invoking agility. By remembering the aspects and times of your life where you were at your highest point and those energies were at maximum peak. You remember and you bring those memories forth. That is an invocation. You're bringing something deep within yourself. So when we say deep within ourselves, what exactly are we talking about? What is really deep within you? Your DNA, right? Correct. That's what's deep in you. Now, within your DNA, within that DNA sequence that's deep within you, what is there? What is actually there? What is actually written within the DNA sequence? Memories. What are you calling forth from your DNA? Memories. So when we invoke spirit, what we are doing is invoking the spiritual energy of the memory that's there, because the memory is the code for the energy. You see? The memories is the code for the energy. So when we bring it forth, we're bringing forth the memory. So we have to be very careful when working with our inner spirit. We have to be very careful of what we invoke, because some things that we invoke, we're really provoking. So you have to know the difference, because provoking is a form of invocation. Okay? So we don't want to provoke the dark, negative aspects of ourselves, and we should not allow others to provoke, to call forth the dark, demonic aspects of ourselves. So this is why it's important to watch your environment, watch your friends, watch the people you associate with, watch the people you affiliate with, and watch how you process it all. Because sometimes by processing things in the wrong way, you invoke the dark aspect of yourself by provoking yourself by how you may perceive something. So we have to be very careful that we don't provoke ourselves through our misperceptions and conceptions that we carry in life. You see? So going back to invocations, that's the dark aspect of invocations. This is why in mystical science you have certain people like Kabbalists, sorcerers, and those who work with spirits from different understandings, different paths, or whatnot. They all basically teach that invocations is calling forth. You're invoking something, you're calling something forth, and you're calling an energy forth, either from this realm, from within yourself, or from another dimension. You see? But what we don't see is that we can call forth all types of energies from within ourselves. What we don't see is that our environments, who we associate with, who we affiliate with, who we allow into our personal space, also have the ability to invoke, provoke those things that are within you out into the external world. You see? Now, we know as human beings, as light beings, as divine beings, as just generally humans, we understand that people we allow into our personal space have the ability to provoke, invoke things in and out of us because we allow them into our energy sphere. So be very careful about the energies that you allow around you because they have the ability to invoke and provoke you. Okay? Now, the purpose of invoking your inner spirit, the purpose of invoking is to bring back the positive, progressive aspects of yourself. That's all it's about. Those parts of yourself that will help you elevate, they're stored in your memory. So when we do ancestral work, when people say, well, why do you work with the ancestors? Why do you venerate the dead? Why do you honor the dead? Because in actuality, nothing dies. Nothing dies. Nothing. Nothing perishes. What we perceive as something that perishes is only an aspect of it that perishes from the 3D realm. There are many more realms out here. So when people transcend, when things, animals and things transcend, they only transcend into a different energy state. They only go into a different realm and a different space where the energy that they have has a different destiny there. Because the destiny in the 3D dimension is already fulfilled. It's already done. It's already done. So invoking spirit energy from deep within ourselves is only bringing forth the memory of an aspect that we intend to use in our current situation and in our current environment. Okay? Invoke. And remember, invoke and provoke, they carry the same energy. When someone provokes, remember, when someone provokes, they're like a sorcerer. They're like a magician. They're like a sorcerer. When people provoking you, they're like a sorcerer. They're trying to call out. They're trying to call out. And this is what the science of calling out is about. Calling out. Those things that you have hidden, those things that you're working on, you're healing, people want to call it out for display. So be very careful about that energy. Be very careful about what you allow to provoke you, because that is sorcery. That is sorcery. Anytime somebody provokes you, so that's why it's always important for us to be disciplined. We humans, and everybody, ain't nobody perfect. And here on Swamp Water Roots TV, which I recently changed to Godcraft TV, we don't project the image of perfection here. We project the image of flaw, because if you're already flawed and you understand you're flawed, then you understand your purpose and your need to heal. You see? And so we elevate here. We go up to different levels and we teach that. So on God, that's why I changed the name from Swamp Water Roots TV to Godcraft TV, because we are the crafted people of God. And if we're crafted, it doesn't matter what craft you practice, it all belongs to one power. You see? So when we invoke, we're invoking aspects of memories that's concealed within us. Yes, every part of you has a memory. Every part of you that you're using today has a memory, is based on a memory that is stored within your DNA, and that memory is being tapped into to assist your current personality, your current character. These memories come forth based on external stimulations. You see? So you're having a positive experience, a positive external experience right there. If it's positive, the memories that is going to provoke or invoke from within you is only going to be reflective of the experience that you're having now. So, for example, let's say many of us we celebrate holidays. Let's say Thanksgiving, for example. You celebrate Thanksgiving, and you have the memory that every Thanksgiving that you've celebrated with your family, every Thanksgiving you celebrated with your family or whatnot, you had a great time. Okay, you had a great time. Everything was good, and your next Thanksgiving comes up. Okay, your next Thanksgiving comes up, and what happens then? You have another good experience. So you said, yeah, I remember when at last Thanksgiving, Uncle so-and-so, man, he had us dying laughing. Yeah, and this one, it remembers that at the other Thanksgiving, Auntie so-and-so had everybody dying laughing. Because the new experience, it invoked memories of old experiences that support what the person is experiencing at that moment. This is how we work. It's how we operate. You see? So when you place yourself in good experiences, physically place yourself in good experiences, you're invoking all the memories in you that would support the good experiences. You see? And this is why it's important to put yourself in good vibrating environments, because it only invokes the good experiences that's stored in your memory to have you thinking good thoughts, to have you feeling good. You see, this is the work part. It doesn't contain a ritual. It doesn't say, okay, here's a ritual we can do to change our environment. Here's a ritual we can do to change our situation. This is the ritual itself, to change your environment, to change your situation by understanding how you can invoke your inner spirit. Understanding what is that process of invoking your inner spirit. How do you do it? Do you draw a sigil? Do you light a candle? Those are tools that we can use in our meditative states to invoke aspects of ourselves in which we intend to use as tools in our present life, in our present situation, in our present environment. Okay? So in conclusion to this video, understand that invocations to spirit, to your spiritual being, to your higher self, it takes place with inside of you, and it comes from stored memories. Stored memories. So be very careful on what memories you choose for yourself to tap into, because those memories could easily become your realities. Peace.